So oftentimes, if you are registering in a state such as Delaware where you do not do business, but it is very common to organize there, then you can hire a registered agent to receive notice or correspondence on your behalf, but you'll set this up prior to or at the same time as forming the organization. Now, then you will identify where your office will be located for business operations. After that, you will identify the number and types of ownership equity, that is, the shares of stock that you're going to authorize for the company. Generally, a company has to have one type of stock known as common stock, but you may also uh, authorize other types of stock known as preferred stock or sometimes advisory shares or things of this nature that have different rights than normal common stock. And you'll also identify how many shares of each of those types of stock that you are going to authorize for later issuance to the shareholders of the company who invest in the company or otherwise provide value to the company in exchange for those shares. Now, next, you will have to pay the filing fee, also known as the franchise fee, of the jurisdiction where you're organizing. If you're going to operate in other states, you will also file in those states as a foreign entity that already exists in the state where you are currently filing. For example, if you're filing in Delaware, you'll pay the franchise taxes in Delaware to bring the entity into existence, and then you will register to do business in other states as a foreign entity. Now, with that being said, once the filing fees are paid, then you will submit and wait to receive your charter or certificate of incorporation. And that's it. Once you receive this document, the corporation is in existence, and you are now free to continue the process of setting up the business, which means establishing the internal governance structure of the organization. This begins with the initial actions of the board of directors and the distribution of ownership interest and funding of the corporation by shareholders. So with that being said, these are the steps involved in the incorporation process.